Hey, future people, I'm here with a wonderful person, Miss Penny. We're here to discuss about, the recent things going on in IPOB, where Miss Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu have just announced the Eastern Security Network. I know people have been asking, why haven't I spoken about the Eastern Security Network? Why haven't I said something about the dilemma Nnamdi Kanu is facing? The IPOB, the introduction of protection to the vulnerable people in Biafra land. People ask, why didn't you come up with ways that make people to have more rethink and that make people to make a wise decision. So today I sat with somebody to share depth into the security network things and to share depth into Nnamdi Kanu. I must say this, he made it clear that the network is not Biafran soldier, but to protect the eastern side of Nigeria, the east, the south, and the middle belt, so that the people will go to farm and they will come back safely, no problem. He wants the same security that the other side of Nigeria has, so that he will have it in the same arena. Ms. Penny, you have been, somehow followed this, listen to some of Nnamdi Kanu's brokers. Like the first time you come across him, you told me that he's a prophet. I say, how do you know he's a prophet?
So because of the way that he speaks, he's a prophet.
The way he speaks, right?
It's what he says is a prophet, sounds like a prophet.
Yeah.
And I believe that he is a prophet. And I believe the time for talking is over.
When you say it's a prophet, I say, oh, that's what the IPOB always call him, prophet. And I was so shocked to hear that you also, when you hear him the first time, you say, this guy is a prophet, And so we are saying this now, last week he unveiled his, Eastern Security Network. he mainly want to protect the women, that when they go to farm, they will not be raped, and the people of the villagers, they will not be scared of being butchered overnight. He wants the eastern governors to respect and the south governors and the middle belt governors to respect the human rights, not to kill those that protest. So what do you think about that network? I told you before that this year.
I think it's more than that. I think that he doesn't want to see anyone of his people disadvantaged in the country. He wants Nigeria to be turned back to Biafra. He wants all the resources to go back to the native indigenous people who were there.
Yeah.
It's more than just protecting women and children. It's about giving their land back and having freedom and independence for everybody. That's what it's about.
That's true. We see things like, because this guy, people always criticize him, but what is he looking for? He wanted good road. You know how you have good road in Australia? You have good train, you have good hospital. You want those people to be able to afford this kind of thing. Is that something that people wanted to kill him? Because he's just saying the truth that people need good road, you need good schools, you need good water, you need good electricity, and you need security to secure you. That's the only reason that these people want to.
Yeah, he wants equal fundamental human rights for everybody. And why should it have to come at such a huge cost?
That's what I don't know. Yeah, so that's what he.
And for me, it's like mostly about money. Everything is about money and fulfilling their own needs and actually stripping people of their resources that could actually be building their communities to the way that they actually need them. So that's why he's very forward with independence and freedom and to get rid of the title of Nigeria and bring it back to the indigenous people.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people see this as a personal, maybe he's fighting for his personal glory or he's fighting for himself. But to be honest with you, this guy, in every ratification, like you have seen, I think he's doing a good job trying to protect those people, trying to make sure that the eastern, the southern, and the Biafran land is secured, and not for the Islamic terrorists and yes, to come over to take over his thing.
Hating that cattle, the herdsmen bring their cattle down and just trample over everything and are killing people who are trying to defend their properties. And it's just not acceptable. That's another reason why he's fighting this. And if it was for his own selfish needs, why hasn't he taken any of the bribes that have been given to him? He's also turned and said that he doesn't need anything. He needs no money. He needs no resources. He has everything, and he's not doing this for himself. He's doing this for the people. Someone who is self-centered and selfish will be looking after their own internal needs and gratification when it comes to money and buildings and bribery and stuff like that, in which he hasn't done any of that.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of millions of people following him. He's like saying he doesn't want those bribes. He doesn't, like when he says he doesn't want those bribes. He doesn't want anything. He actually told people that he doesn't have house. Only one house he has. He doesn't have for those.
But he doesn't need those things. He's made it clear he doesn't need that.
Yeah,
he doesn't need any money. He doesn't need buildings. He doesn't need bribes of any kind to be doing what he's doing. He's doing this for the people.
And people have to respect this. They have given international community a lot of chance for them. His dad died because of this. And he just had this call that he just wanted to liberate Biafra. He wanted to bring Biafra state. And he kept telling them that and one good thing about this, he's not imposing Biafran people. He asked Nigerian government to give them referendum, and whatever people vote, then he's in for that. Is that a crime? Let them vote.
It depends on how influential those votes are, and when money speaks, it may not give him the result that is wanted or for his people. Because I think why there's so much divide is not just because of different cultures. It's got a lot to do with money. I mean, your own people are segregated. Your own people don't get along with each other. You're all Igbo, except they're all divided. And it is money at the end of the day. Maybe those people don't want it because of the money that they are actually receiving.
Yeah, that's why
they don't want to go back to equality, or a nation that's like equality, has equality and freedom for everybody where they can be equal. They don't want that. They still want that stature that's there and their resource of money and everything else that comes with it is coming in. And I don't think that that's right.
No, it's not right. It's not right. We wanted people to be able to govern themselves, to be able to decide what happened to the resource they have, Like in Biafran land, they have all these mineral resources, oils and everything.
And you see, the land is very polluted. People there cannot afford to go to hospital. Children cannot afford to get a good education. No good roads. People are still starving. In fact, you see people still begging for money. But all the oil money is coming down to that particular areas. And not only that, the little farm they have, it cannot produce because of the oil, mineral resources that have been extracted from the land. It makes it so difficult. This is why Nnamdi Kanu, we may not be fully Biafran, but when you listen to common sense, you just have to, support somehow and say this guy is making sense. Let them give him chance and let the Biafrans go.
Yeah, you just have to unveil yourself, unveil your eyes, and actually see what's going on in the country. And it's always a really big cue to follow the money. Wherever the money is, that's where the investors are. Those are the people who are destroying your country, and those are the people who are taking those resources that should be given to the indigenous people of Biafra. Because I'm not going to say Nigeria, it does not exist. Biafra.
Oh God! Yeah, none because Nigeria does not exist.
It does not exist. Does not exist. And think about it. Is this the kind of country that you want to live in? Is this the kind of country where you want to see your own people suffer and die and perish? Is this the kind of country that you want to live in where you have no power, you have no rights, no voice, no freedom, and not even to be independent because of all the foreigners and the governments and your governors and your government that are so corrupt?
Are like criminals.
They are criminals. That's why I said focus on the money, focus on where it's going to, look within yourself for your intent and where you would like that intention to lie, and if you look within your heart, actually find out what is actually truly important to you, and then make your conclusion from that. And don't see him as see him as the person of what he's actually doing and what he's there to achieve and accomplish. Don't put any false claims against him.
Yeah, that's what.
See what he's doing, not what he's taking. See what he's doing and the reason behind what he's doing for everybody in that nation.
They tried to kill that guy. They tried to kill him.
They've tried to kill him. They've tried to kill his family.
Yeah.
They've tried to bribe him. They've tried to not let him come into the country.
It's too much.
And it is too much. You know how many times he's actually stood there and he's spoken out for you?
Yeah.
Spoken out for your freedom and your independence and to give everything back to you in order to enrich everybody's lives. And don't forget that this isn't going to come without consequences. Every war that is being fought does not come without consequences.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, the time has come where there's been enough talking and it hasn't gotten anywhere. And now's the time to make that move.
And the move is just something he announced last time, the Instant Security Network.
Yep.
So what do you think about that? Do you think that's the right move?
I think it is the right move. We need to move. All the militaries come his way. They've decided to leave and come his way.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
already told you that he has an army there. He's for the people. He's not about anything for himself. And he wants the country back. And anyone who decides to get in the way, like he said, and he's vocally said that, on a live that he just did recently, that you will literally be dead men walking.
That's right.
And he means it, because now is the time to move. And if you haven't noticed either, not just in Nigeria, okay, look around the world right now. We're all facing a war of darkness where there have been plenty of casualties, and you are not alone in your country. We are fighting for the same thing.
That's awesome. Yeah,
we too have to follow where the money is. We too have to find out who's on the light and who's joined the dark. We too have to think about their intentions, where they're at. No, not everybody in this world is perfect. Not everybody in this world doesn't have anything bad about them, but it's the intention that you need to focus on and what they are receiving from that.
Thank you very much.
No worries, you're welcome.
Yeah, this is a nice conversation. Why I bring you here, because you are enlightened in what's happening. So the people we hear, it's not easy when some people are fighting for the good of the people. You see other people trying to make it something that it's not. But This guy have said, he said He even said that if the Biafran come, is not going for the president, that they will contest and vote whoever they want to be the president. It doesn't concern him, but let them give their people freedom. And this is something that
why not have the freedom for the people to choose who they want to govern them?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
this is what we're fighting for. Well, this is exactly the same thing in the USA. At the moment, the maritime and the admiral law has been taken off the blue flag that stands behind Trump when he was speaking, which means it goes back to common law.
And the Biafrans always love Trumps.
Okay?
They love Trumps.
And when that's stripped, there will be no government, there will be no parliament, there will be no president, there will be no politicians, there will be no businesses run by a government whatsoever. It is going to be a person within every state of that nation that gets to be voted in to actually have a voice for that person, for the people that they represent, and it won't be an ex-politician or anything like that, so that people can have their freedom back and go back to the original law, which is a constitutional and commonwealth law. So this is what you should be wanting for your country too. We're fighting for this, and we're fighting for this globally, and I really feel, like I said, you should sit down and think about where the money's headed, who's in control now, what their intent is, what they've taken from you, what they've offered you for whatever bribe or purpose that they may be working for, and put that all together.
So, what is your quick wish to Nnamdi Kanu himself? What do you wish to Nnamdi Kanu?
Nnamdi Kanu, go for it.
Yeah.
Move. It's time. God is with you. Light is with you. Now's the time to stand against darkness. Do what you have to do, and God bless you, and I know that you'll get it done. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. You did well also. Thank you.
One thing that I understand in our conversation today is that this guy is doing this just for the liberation of his people. He does not have hidden agenda on this matter. And when somebody is doing something selflessly without hidden agenda, is bound to be productive, and genuinity will prevail. Okay. He may contradict your view on why he's doing this, but to me, this thing should be settled. We should save life. We should save life. The Eastern Security Network, whether Igbo you want for president or whether Igbo you want Biafra, the Eastern Security Network should remain where it is. They should, take it apart from whatever decision they are making. Because Nnamdi Kanu also said that this Eastern Security Network is not Biafran army. He said that this Eastern Security Network is to protect the Biafran land. And when he said Eastern Security, according to him, he said Eastern is included, South, Middle Belt, some part of Middle Belt, according to him. So they are all Biafran land. So this is something that if you are Igbo governor, if you are Igbo politicians, I must advise you, you must do everything to make sure that these boys' work are carried out. Don't sabotage anything. Let peace reign. Allow these boys to do your job. If you're a governor, the first thing you have to do is to have security in your state and make the state secured. I think what we are seeing here, the Eastern Security Network, we should give applause to IPOB. To be honest with you, let's give them applause, because it's not an easy thing. And leaving those things to be there, we actually give the Eastern, chance for investors to come in. The Eastern Security Network, it's not all about herdsmen too. Why the herdsmen will be out to secure the land. It's also opportunity for people to come and invest, to know that Eastern Security are there to protect their property and protect their interests. So if you're a governor, if you're fighting against this, I don't know what you are governor for. If you're fighting against the Eastern Security Network, I don't know what you're governor for. Seriously, because this is just a common sense. You have to support it.